You're on.
Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to the meeting of the Newcastle Town Board. Today is November 12th and the board has been in executive session and I would like to ask for a motion to open the work session.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to start the work session with an item, a very important item that is actually on the town board meeting agenda, but we're going to move that up to the work session. And I am thrilled to be introducing our recognition of the Pocket Park volunteers. This is one of my most favorite things to do at these meetings. Before we do that, I just want to give a little background. I'm always interested in things like this, and that may be very idiosyncratic, but I just want to take a few steps back to give an overview of town parkland. So we have a total of our recreation land, which is 760 acres. That is town recreation and parks. Within Newcastle, we also have 330 acres of county parkland and 310 acres of state parkland. We have other open spaces. We have 470 acres of non-park open space, 240 acres protected by private reserves and conservation groups, and private recreation lands of 390 acres. So over 25% of our town's land is protected parkland, whether it's town-owned, county, state, or private. The largest of the town-owned parks is Whippoorwill Park, which is 215 acres. And the very smallest is the Pocket Park, which is 0.8 acres. But it is not smallest in our hearts. It is perhaps the largest park in our hearts. It's got heart and soul, and I can see why, because of the people that are in front of us today. It's really such a pleasure and honor to welcome members of the Garden Club who have worked on the Pocket Park. People watching from home can't see them in the audience, but you will see them soon. There are a few things I can say about the Pocket Park that I have learned, and you can correct me if this is wrong. But from what I understand, it started in 2007. And of course, for those of you who don't know, it's near the corner of North Greeley between the Eyeglass Store and Susan Lawrence. And if you don't know it, you should go and look and spend some time there. In 2007, the town decided that the area was ready for a revival. And the Chappaqua Garden Club oversaw this project and brought in Julie Greco, who did the original design. There is a tile wall mural that was installed that was created by our school children. I believe it was possibly elementary school children.
Art Center.
It was at the Newcastle Art Center, which is on Hardscrabble. So they went after school and worked on the mural. Yeah, it's a wonderful piece. And the Pocket Park continues to be maintained all year by members of the Chappaqua Garden Club who have worked very hard on this and it's a park that's enjoyed by town residents year round. I have to say, I pass by it quite a lot. I've sat in the Pocket Park, and even when I pass by it, all I have to do is look inside and I feel a sense of peace, calm, and happiness. So you've done tremendous work. I know, you've worked through heat in the summers, and I don't know if you've worked through the cold because there's not much to do in the winter, but it's a lot of hard work. So I want to invite at this time Judy Lennehy to say a few words on the park. That's always, a necessity to hear, phone ring. I'd like to invite Judy Lennehy to say a few words on the park. Judy organizes the volunteers. And she can tell us a thing or two about it.
Yes, Judy.
Before you start, Judy, I'm wondering if we had the opportunity to get some pictures.
Oh,
Yes, pulling them up right now.
Maybe we should, would you like us to show the pictures as you're speaking?
Oh, that sounds nice.
we have them on phones, right?
Yeah, we're going to put the pictures up on the screen.
So everybody can see.
Hmm?
They've got them loaded, so they got.
But do keep the video on Judy. We could have the pictures in the background. Or Judy, would you like the pictures to show as you're speaking?
Sure.
There it is.
So pretty.
Very pretty. All right, well,
Ready?
we're ready. Yes.
It's Judy Laney, actually.
Laney, okay.
Right. So, this is what the pocket park means. Oh, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much for doing this.
Can we turn the
Get
mic on?
closer.
Is the mic on?
The mic is not on.
It's on.
Just step
Yes.
Go ahead.
closer to
That's
it.
it.
Okay, you all heard
Get
it.
nice and close.
And also there are mics from the
And
scene.
then, yeah, here you go, right into it.
Now you with me?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Much better.
I'm not gonna say the first two sentences over again.
Okay.
What's the name of that plant and can I put it in my garden? These are the questions and comments that we hear from passersby on Thursday mornings when we work each week in the Pocket Park. What has the park come to mean to Chappaqua? It's a place where early in the morning, an Asian woman faces the garden to meditate, while in a corner, another woman is eating her breakfast and reviewing her notes for the day. It's a stopover for moms and their toddler-born toddlers to wander among the flowers and with the help of one of us, learn how velvety soft are the leaves of lamb's ears. It's a place where family pictures are taken around the holidays when everyone is together. It's a background for TikTok performances. It is. It's a destination to which other local garden clubs have sent their members to take inspiration from it. It's even been the site of a wedding.
Recently.
Here we practice sound horticultural and ecological practices. We have rid the garden of the invasive ivy and porcelainberry that are destroying local habitats. Our plants are pollinator friendly. One can find early bees in March buzzing around the winter aconites. In the summer, the flowers of the roses and salvia draw one's eye. Continuing the circle of the year, in the early fall, the monarch butterflies cover the blooms of the buddleias, while the goldfinches, before they migrate, gorge on the seed heads of the echinacea. Just for beauty's sake, one can admire the hydrangeas and rhododendrons and the annuals that are there for season-long color. People come to just sit and admire and rest throughout the day. How does this little Eden, as it has been called, exist in such perfection? It's maintained by a very dedicated group of volunteers from the Chappaqua Garden Club. The group is not exclusive, nor is it compulsory. They come and work in the 90-degree weather of the summer, as well as the chill of the spring and autumn, because they want to be there. They weed, they prune, they tie up, they deadhead, they thin and transplant. They will each say how much they have learned about gardening techniques working in the park. But there's more to it than that. There is a strong feeling of community and exclusiveness that gives rise to the cacophony of laughter that is always present. And there are the gasps of gratitude to Chappaqua cleaners who bring us bottled water during the dog days of summer. The Pocket Park has become an integral part of downtown Chappaqua. We are proud to be a part of that. Thank you.
That was so wonderful. I think you gave such a great feel for what this is and what you do in such beautiful words, so thank you. And now I would like to present every member of the Garden Club involved in the Pocket Park with a certificate of appreciation. I am going to come and stand up there and I'm gonna call your name. And when I do, if you can, come up and stand until everyone is standing together and we'll take a picture with the town board members. So I hope that sounds okay with everyone. And I'm going to come up.
Bring your hat.
Should we come with you? Wait till everyone is.
Do you want some help?
Maybe, okay, well, let's go up, let's go. Okay, first I'm going to start with Judy once again, because I have a proclamation for everyone. This is a proclamation from the town of Newcastle honoring Judy Laney and the volunteers of the Pocket Park. So this is a general proclamation. And I'm not going to read the whole thing because it will take a very long time to get through everything, but I'll just read the last of it. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Victoria Tipp, Supervisor of the Town of Newcastle, on behalf of the Town Board and the residents of Chappaqua, do hereby express our gratitude and admiration to Judy Laney and the volunteers for their outstanding service and commitment in creating and maintaining the Chappaqua Pocket Park. Here's to you, Judy, on behalf of everyone. Thank you.
Vicky, can I take it?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Judy, can you hold it facing there?
Yay!
Okay. And this is an individual certificate of recognition to Judy Laney in recognition of your outstanding dedication. And this is for you as well. And now I'd like to call up Ann Boyd. Well, I'll read one of these in their entirety because it's not long, everyone is getting the same. In recognition of your outstanding dedication, care and stewardship in creating and maintaining the Chappaqua Pocket Park, a beloved downtown haven of beauty, peace, and community. Through your tireless volunteer efforts, you have transformed this space into a living example of sound horticultural practice, ecological awareness, and civic pride. Your commitment brings joy and inspiration to all who visit and enriches the very heart of Chappaqua. So everyone is getting this recognition.
Thank you so much.
Next is, let's stand closer, Diane Albert. Penny Basie.
Penny's not here.
Who will take this for Penny?
For her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Karen Basic. Sue Chua. Nancy Chung. Thank you, you are Sue.
Yes.
Oh, the hats, yes. Pat Gerard.
Now I'm catching
Adele Horowitz. Diane Pont?
She's out, but
she can be
I'll
there.
take hers.
Maybe some people should go next time.
Yeah, we don't bite.
Oh. Brian Wigley?
I'm not there.
Make
Take it, Judy will take it.
Yeah.
Mary Schachter?
Oh, she couldn't make it either.
Take it, sorry.
Emma Schifrin?
Emma, how come?
Mary Gurnier? I don't think
I'm sorry, who is this?
Mary Gurnier. Mary. Nancy Greenberg? Okay, Melanie Klein?
Yay!
I'm in the back with the tall people.
Sure. I'm gonna go behind you.
Melanie, for some reason, this didn't get into the corners.
Oh, that's okay, thank you.
Okay. The King Meng?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, she's not.
Do you know? Laura Robbins?
She's not here today.
Iatha Thiruvikrama?
Thank you. Do you want to take my name?
Anyone else?
Yeah, but this is my big.
Can you get everyone out?
Can everybody like
Did
stand
I-
up a little
Short
bit?
people in
Wait,
front.
where is
Greenberg?
is that everybody? Is that everything?
In one direction.
And there's
Oh, yes.
there's one for Alvin Boyd.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alvin Boyd?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
and my husband.
We won't tell him you forgot.
He definitely deserves it.
Oh, cause he mows and he fixes the fence and a lot of.
Hang on a second, did I
Yeah, he'll
miss
climb
anyone?
up there too.
they're just here to support. They're
just,
Friend.
so
Okay,
cute.
and we
Oh.
have everybody? Great,
Thank you.
okay.
Oh, that's
Let
a
me
good
not
one.
block anybody. Okay.
Alright, look
Oh,
at
we should-
Look at me. Smile, look at everybody face. Rocket
Oh,
Park. Oh yeah, show your certificate.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Alright.
They might fall out.
That's right.
Having a hard
Okay,
time.
it's not upside down.
Oh, they like that.
Not
yeah.
upside down.
It's like a group of kittens.
Forget this.
Careful, don't have it on frame.
No, I mean, I know.
Okay, let's get the picture.
Everyone look at the camera.
Yeah.
Good job, yay!
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Great job. Yeah, yeah, you'll watch it.
I'm just glad we didn't forget anybody.
They're pesky, so that's what I said, we can do it, don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Thanks
Just
so
as long
much.
as you know.
Yes,
you.
yes, very, very nice, thank you.
Susan Lawrence. Thank you.
Thank
Al.
you.
Thank you. You deserve it. Thank you for everything, Karen.
He does ask all the time.
Thank you so much, everybody. That was so wonderful, and I hope Pocket Park gets a lot of visitors.
I feel bad I don't have.
Not just the rabbit that eats our plants.
Okay, and now we're going to move into something very, very exciting. We are going to hear about the preliminary budget.
Always get the short end of this thing, right? We have like such a nice happy thing.
You have to
And
follow
then
the
Carl,
pocket
the budget.
This happened last time.
Sarcasm.
Exactly. We were so happy. Oh, it was Rachel. It wasn't me. We were all so
That's a hard
happy.
act to follow.
And then Carl.
Yep.
Back to reality.
Bonding, to be fair.
We appreciate you.
That's
We're joking. but
heavy
we-
as the crown.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't have pocket parks without good numbers, right?
Exactly, Holly. That's the truth.
All right,
But
Carl.
Rob is
Another
excited.
hard act for you to follow.
Not quite as flowery, but as a follow-up to our meetings last month on the tentative budget, tonight I have the proposed changes that we discussed, and this reflects substantive changes to the bottom line, not the changes to what I think at that time termed my fat fingers while doing input entry, which were mostly to the projected numbers for the remaining of the year. These are just the 4 changes that do affect the bottom line for a total adjustment upward in expenses of $11,659. You can see one of those was correct an input error on my part from discussions with Rob about the special projects for the town board line, and then also adding an additional $5,000 for preparation of the America 250 programming for next year, in preparation for that. In parks, Department 7110, we had a revised quote for 2026 for the replacement pickup truck. It went up about $1,500, so this is reflected to just have the most up-to-date vehicle number there. And finally, change in a membership rate for the planning department in one of their organizational memberships, an increase of about $140. So really not too many substantive changes. On the revenue side, in order to balance it, we did not change anything other than fees. So I believe that we sort of just increased and reduced our what might otherwise be variance in some of our, I think it was building department fees or some other items along those lines. No changes.
We have typically conservative estimates, so we just revise those a little bit.
No changes to tax revenue or anything like that. So I guess Rob, from here, it is setting a date on the preliminary budget, if that's correct. And I believe that there's, I don't know if it was distributed yet, there's a digital copy of the preliminary budget that was put together that'll be put up on the website as well as part of this.
Yep, that'll go up tomorrow. So as we typically do at this time, we point out the changes versus the tentative budget. This preliminary version now becomes the town board's budget. The tentative version was the town administrator controller's budget. This is now your budget. We set the public hearing, which will be December 2nd, where Carl will join us again to go over some of the highlights from the budget like we've done in years past and take input from any of the community that wishes to.
Right, do you anticipate that we would keep that public hearing open or take a vote on the 2nd or the
No, the
9th?
vote would come on the 9th.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
So
okay.
it's adopted, needs to be adopted, I think by the 15th, according to New York State law. So we usually have the public hearing that first week, make any changes if there are any recommended. There are typically not, there might be some slight changes, but and then we would anticipate adopting it and the amendment might read, or the resolution might read to adopt the preliminary version with the following amendments to it. And
Right, okay,
we would anticipate that on the 9th.
okay,
That's about it.
that's about it, okay, any questions? No, it's pretty clear.
Great.
Okay, thank you very much, Carl.
Yeah, sorry that
Thank you.
not as down as last time, so
Right,
we'll be back next week, right?
We'll be back next week.
and the week after.
Do we have like little kids coming to dance before him next time?
No.
Anything happy and cheery.
We have to work on our agenda.
Never had any clapping for my budget, so.
That's, Rob has kept my expectations realistic at the very least, so.
I hear someone in town is turning 100 years old, maybe we'll have them
Oh, there you go.
over
Okay.
before your presentation.
Alright,
We'll have a
great.
party?
Sounds good.
Big idea.
Alright, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carl.
Thanks.
Okay, next on the agenda is a chapline update. I don't know if there's that much to discuss, but I know that the chapline is very interesting to people. And everyone wants to know when it's gonna happen and what's being done. So I asked Rob to give us whatever minor update there might be.
Sure, so over the last month, there have been some positive developments. At our, I think at our first meeting in October, we named Barton and Judas as the design consultant for the project. Soon after that, we had a kickoff meeting first with New York State DOT and as they're the administrators of the TAP grant that we received the funding for. So everything that we do needs to comply with their terms. We then had a meeting with Barton and LaJudas to start the process here in town. And the beginning of that process started soon after that. I think at the beginning of November, they were out there doing surveying work. They will actually be on site tomorrow and Friday doing some environmental review. Dennis, our environmental coordinator, will join them on Friday. And they're gonna walk the trail. They'll take some some samplings. Dennis kind of explained it to me. It's not it's kind of a higher level view. They're gonna look for types of species that are there, types of plants, of flowers, of trees, of animals that they see, and just kind of catalog that, and that goes into their report. They've also, at this stage, will need to do a wetlands delineation. That's gonna help determine the path of the exact path of the trail. We have a proposed path, but we can't know the exact path until we know where the wetlands are and how much of that the area through the wetlands ends up being a raised boardwalk as opposed to a blacktop trail. So that's where we are right now. Staff is working with the consultants at Barton and LaJudas to get a website going. The draft that we've seen looks really great. It will be informative. They'll update that routinely. They've got a nice timeline on there, so residents will know what to expect. We hope to have that up in the next couple days. We're close.
That's awesome.
That's where we are now. Once they complete their survey work, the wetlands delineation and the environmental survey out there, they will incorporate all that and they'll begin the design work over the winter.
It's really
yeah,
exciting.
Thank you.
We have some movement finally. It's been years. We have talked about this forever, and
It's happening,
it's
people.
moving forward. It really is. Yeah.
You said it.
Very exciting.
So we will start, I think we are gonna have bi-weekly meetings with Barton and LaJudas. That's just internally with our staff, so we can kinda have an idea of what's going on with them and keep them on the path forward. So those should start soon too.
That's great. Can you ask Dennis to take some pictures
Sure.
as they go along the trail?
Sure.
I think we'd all love to see what they're looking at.
Okay,
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
absolutely.
Okay, any other questions for Rob on this? No? Okay. We're gonna move on. Our next topic is on Sustainable Westchester. For those who haven't heard, you will be very surprised to hear that Sustainable Westchester has informed us and the public that they will be discontinuing the Westchester Power Renewable Energy Program at year's end. They and we are all deeply disappointed, and they sent us a letter and they've tried very hard to not let this happen. They are very grateful for the collaboration of the many municipalities that have worked with them over the years. But this is what they have described to us, that the extent of the outreach and educational requirement by the Public Service Commission presented many implementation challenges. They have done extensive outreach initiatives in the recent months, and we've seen that in town. They've asked for announcements in the newsletter. They had a table at the Take It or Leave It shop, and they've been doing extensive outreach throughout the municipalities that are involved. However, they did not get state authorization to launch their new contract on schedule. And as they've told us, this is not unique to Westchester Power. There are other New York State community choice aggregation programs that are having similar challenges, and they're expecting that most of them may have to shut down. And as they say, this is having a broad impact. The New York regulatory environment is having a broad impact on community energy initiatives. A few years ago, the program was suspended for various reasons, and they were able to resume a few months later. But this time, the state regulators have determined that any break would require the program to restart completely. It would be a complete new launch, and this would be a heavy burden on Westchester Power, on local governments. There'd be public confusion in their estimation, and they would end up meeting with the same obstacles. So as they say, the Westchester Power Program has been a cornerstone of climate action in this area. And the termination is considered a real setback to clean energy goals in the region. I wanna thank the Climate Smart Communities Task Force for working very hard, hand in hand, with Sustainable Westchester, as they will continue to do on other programs, and for bringing this program to our town. We have the chair, Jennifer Mavis Flagg, who is here, and with the previous co-chair, Ken Thomas, who is no longer with the task force, but I want to recognize his work as well. And we thank the task force for everything they've done for this program. Jennifer is here, and I would invite her to come up to say a few words. Thanks. You're tall.
I'm tall. You could take it out. Take the microphone out. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Actually, it's the Sustainability Advisory Board that brought it to the town.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and Kent was, he wasn't there with the board at that time, but a number of our Sustainability Advisory Board members were involved.
Yes.
I mean, it goes back almost 10 years that
It's before my time, so forgive me
before your time
for
too. Right.
mixing up the roles.
Right, so really I just wanted to say that our board is really disappointed that the regulatory requirements have forced Westchester Power to be discontinued. And it was really, with residents participating in the program, was one of the best ways that residents could reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So it's very disappointing. And in Newcastle, we had about 3,300 households that were participating in the program. And when you look at all of Westchester, in total, they had a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions of 1.5 million metric tons. So it was really made a difference. And that is equivalent to about 35,000 cars being off the road. So we're very disappointed. The Sustainability Advisory Board is going to try to put together a list of companies that provide 100% renewable energy, and we'll put that on the website.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, you never know what the future holds.
Yep.
Something else might come up.
That's what we're hoping.
Anyone have comments on this? Not much to say.
No, Vicky, the only thing I'll mention is you know, in the notification we got from Sustainable Westchester, that the public would be notified by mail.
That's
So
right, and
You may
I
expect to see that in your mailbox.
correct, and I neglected to say also that what residents can expect
Yeah.
next.
That-
Do you wanna say?
Yeah, I don't, just wanted to mention that it's a default right back to Con Ed.
That's right.
And Jennifer, when you mentioned you could come up with a list of other green energy suppliers, would that be through the ESCOs?
Mhm.
Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they've been really affected by this, but we'll try to put a list together.
Okay.
So starting with December's energy bill, and this was part of Sustainable Westchester's letter, so I'm assuming this is correct. That's starting with December's energy bills, customers will be returned to Con Ed as a default energy supplier. And they can pick an ESCO as well through Con Ed. Right, Con Ed does have some of
They have
them
a-
listed on their.
They have a link that'll take you to ESCOs, but it's a little
People can't hear.
It's a little complicated, which is why we thought we would try to come up with a list, because they're different ESCOs, but they don't all have 100% renewable energy. So you can spend a lot of time searching to try to find an ESCO. So we thought we would try to pull something together.
That would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. Sure.
Okay, and our next topic is on our next subject is on a related topic. Again, energy. And this is about Con Ed's electric and gas increase rate case before the Public Service Commission. So just as a quick background, we had an unprecedented coalition of 40 municipalities, the Westchester Municipal Coalition, that intervened in Con Ed's case before the PSC. This was the first time that Westchester was represented in one of these rate hike increase cases, and we're very proud that we partnered together with other municipalities, and I believe that we've come up with a very good endpoint. It's not exactly the end yet. The PSC still has to make its final determination. But we have reached a 3-year settlement agreement, which is we're calling a joint proposal between Con Edison and the parties. It substantially reduces the original rate increase requests. It includes also several key provisions that were advanced by the Westchester Municipal Consortium. The original proposed rate increase, electrical rate increase, was 13.4%. This was reduced to 2.8% on the total customer bill. And this is year to year. You know, Con Ed had approached the PSC with the 13.4 number for only 1 year. This is a 3-year settlement. And it's meant to be a 3-year contract. So between 13.4 versus 2.8, I think we did really well. On the gas side, the original proposal was a 19% increase. This was reduced to a 2% increase on the total customer bill. This, to my knowledge, does not address the delivery side. I don't know that that's negotiable. Delivery is delivery. So that's going to be the rate that it is. But I am very proud of this substantial difference in what we will end up paying. So maybe that's one consolation. The PSC has acted one way on one end and the other way on the other. But this is good news for the public and for affordability. This agreement spans from January 1, 2026 through December 21, 2028. There will be similar increases for each year. And in addition, there are Westchester specific provisions that have been secured, and this is really important. Because they address long-standing disparities and improve communication and transparency. There will be annual Westchester capital investment meetings with Con Edison. They'll review capital project plans and compare investment levels in Westchester versus New York City. The meetings will address storm preparedness, double pole removal, this is a big thing, street lighting, and the impact of data centers on the local grid. Secondly, they will look at underground versus overhead cost analysis. As you know, our system is overhead, whereas New York City is underground, the underground is much more expensive to maintain. So Con Ed has agreed to conduct an informal analysis comparing the relative costs and to eventually determine whether there's any cross-subsidization between the regions. So that should, they have committed to share this information prior to their next filing. So as next steps, the consortium will submit formal comments on the joint proposal to the PSC. The PSC will conduct an evidentiary hearing to evaluate the terms, and then the PSC will issue its final decision. And that's where we are. It's good news. Con Ed rates will go up significantly less. On the other hand, we have lost our renewable energy program. But as with everything, to be continued. Any questions on the Con Ed case?
I assume there's no reason to think that the PSC won't approve it, right?
Well, the PSC was part of the negotiation.
So it
Yeah.
it should just be a formality.
We anticipate that, yes.
Thank you for that.
Okay. Okay, then, so Rob, do you wanna go over administrative items?
Sure. Excuse me, we have retroactive payment of claims from October 24th and October 31st. We have the authorization to approve the 2026 Partners in Safety contract. This is our supplier for pre-employment testing, for random drug testing and drug testing after one of our employees has been in an accident. So the rates are essentially the same for I think all of those services. The pre-employment physical went up slightly. We have an authorization to purchase replacement ozone chamber off-gas fan assemblies for the primary disinfection system at the Millwood Water Treatment Plant. This is a planned maintenance. It's $12,245. We have the authorization to extend the bid contract, DPW 2024-07, the full service uniform purchasing. That's Varsity's Men's Shop. $7,075 is the estimate there. The town has used Varsity for the last 18 years. We're happy with their service. We have the authorization to approve the New York State DOT snow and ice agreement. This is the supplemental agreement for the fiscal year 2025-2026. What they do to come up with this number, the rate, this is what New York State reimburses the town of Newcastle to plow the 22.7 miles of road that are state roads in the town of Newcastle. The amount they have amended it to is $88,269. This was an increase of $8,700 over the initial estimate. And what happened here, there's a formula that the state uses to reimburse the town. They factor in labor costs, material costs like salt, and they factor in an allowance for the equipment, and that was the amount that was up significantly, 26% from the prior year. So that's why we're seeing this increase of $8,700. We have the authorization to award the bid for the Route 120 pedestrian bridge in Duck Pond. That's to McNamee. This is a project the board will remember for the last several years after the pedestrian bridge was damaged during Hurricane Isaias. We were able to temporarily shore up the bridge, but it definitely needed to be replaced. As we were going through that process, an examination of the area, we noticed the Duck Pond Bridge needed to be replaced as well. The board will remember we went out to bid in, I believe, January. It was early in 2025. We had 3 responsive bidders. Ultimately, the low bidder withdrew, and the remaining 2 bidders, when we did the when we checked references, they had not done any related work, and we ended up rejecting all bidders at that time in order to go out to rebid. We've done that. We've had 4 responses this time around. McNamee was the lowest at $2,385,000 for this project. This was a FEMA project. This was approved after that hurricane, so we'll have to work with FEMA to change the amount. This has increased over the years. I don't remember the original estimate. It was in the 1.5-1.6 area, so it went up significantly from the original estimate. We have a kickoff meeting scheduled for this week, so we should see some movement and hopefully be able to provide a time frame. I know that the fixtures, these are concrete fixtures that are placed on top of pilings, and those are kind of prefabricated and then brought in on site. So those take a little bit to construct, so we'll try to get a timeline for those.
Rob, just to be clear, this is for the Duck Pond Bridge and the pedestrian bridge, but they're in one project, okay?
Yes, they're in one project. The phasing should be that the Duck Pond is done first. That was part of the bid. I haven't heard otherwise. I'll update the board once we do the kickoff meeting and we get kind of a timeline for the project.
Thank you.
We have the authorization to share the services of other New York State County bids for the purchase of a 2026 Ford F-150 in the amount of $44,280, part of our vehicle replacement schedule. The next two, we have authorization to approve easement agreements, a drainage and a gas access and maintenance easement agreement that's up at the Chapac. That's so that the town has access to these to the drainage lines and to the gas lines coming into the building. We have an authorization to approve prisoner transport agreement for the police department. The amount is $259 per trip, I think, plus mileage. That's in the rare occasion that Westchester County Police are unable to transport prisoners between the town and the police facility in Westchester County. And when we do that for them, we get reimbursed at that rate. We have the authorization to establish the capital project and budget for the Millwood Water Treatment Plant, the heating oil storage tank and replacement project. That is $1,125,000. We have the authorization to set the public hearing on the 2026 preliminary budget for December 2nd of 2025. And we have a resolution amending the bond dates. The board may remember on October 28th, we approved a series of bond issuances. We had an issue with the timing and the notifications for that, so we're going to amend those dates to this meeting. And I think we can do that as part of the consent agenda, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, it's kind of just a ministerial change.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Anyone have any questions for Rob? Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn the work session and open the town board meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Rob, any announcements?
No announcements.
Okay, supervisor's report. Well, I wanna start by saying, last week was the election day, and I want to thank the community for re-electing me as your town supervisor, re-electing Holly McCall as town council person, and electing Eric Marmon as our new council member. Eric is in the audience here. We are very happy to have Eric joining us in January. We will miss Jeremy, who was unable to be here with us today. But we will give Jeremy his due, in a few weeks. I just want to again thank the community and let everyone know what an honor and pleasure it is to serve this town. Our election was uncontested, but just know that we never ever take your votes for granted, and we try all year as we go forward to represent everyone. Elections are partisan. There are times that we go into our corners and go through our campaigns, but once we're elected, we stop the campaign and we govern, and we represent absolutely everyone in town. I've always been open to hearing all viewpoints that we have in town. I enjoy meeting everyone. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle or where you stand. We are here to represent you. So there are always things we could do better. We always do our best. We are as transparent as we can be, but if there are things we can do better, we always want to hear from you. So I just want to say thank you once again for putting your trust in us, and I very much look forward to serving another term. How long that term will be has changed. This is a one-year term now due to a new law on local town elections, and so this will be for one year. Holly, is there anything you'd like to say as a re-elected representative?
No, just thank you to the community, and as Vicky says, we're here now to do the work of governing, and that means representing each and every person in the community. My proverbial door, which is really my cell phone, is always open. I'm here, and it's my honor and privilege to serve another term.
Okay. Another thing I'd like to mention is, just as background, as you know, the town has been involved in road safety initiatives. Initially, we have been involved in reducing the speed limit. We hired Creighton Manning, who gave us a preliminary presentation. We'll be getting a final proposal, final report from them soon. But along those lines, there are many different initiatives that we need to look at regarding safety. And one in particular has been the New York State road running through our town, which is Somerstown Road, which is Route 133 north of Route 100. And that road has been the subject of a lot of advocacy, primarily through the Somerstown Road Action Network, which is over 40 members, and they represent 600 residents. And they've been engaged in advocacy for safety for that road for a very long time. Right after the last meeting, so we didn't have a chance to report on it, but I did report on it in one of the latest newsletters. We had some news from the governor. As you may recall, the town board wrote a letter. They authorized my letter to the DOT to urge funding for the resurfacing project for that road for 2026. But as a result of a lot of advocacy work, not just from the Somerstown Road Network, but also from our New York State reps, Assemblyman Chris Burdick and New York State Senator Pete Harckham, along with Westchester County Executive Ken Jenkins and our legislator Vedad Gashi. We were able to move the needle, and the governor did commit to the funds to repave the road. And we had a press conference held in Newcastle at the New York State DOT Millwood Yard. A lot of people were in attendance. Rob Deary came with me. And it was a big deal. And the Somerstown Network were thrilled that they were able to have an impact. And it was a great statement on what collective action can accomplish. So we're very proud of that, and I just wanted to mention that at a town board meeting, even though I mentioned it in a newsletter. Also, let's see. Okay, that should do it for the supervisor's report. Does anyone have anything they'd like to report? No? Okay. Let's see. Rob, do you have an administrator's report?
I do, a couple items to mention. First, I wanna mention the 117 work, the Con Edison work that's going on 117. The work is going slowly. They had hoped to be finished by Thanksgiving. I'm not certain they will be. That's not their estimate, but according to our police officers that are out there assisting with traffic control, it doesn't look like they're making the progress that they had planned. So they'll be out there till they finish the project. I would remind everybody that they reduced their hours each day. They stop work at 2:30 each day to accommodate our buses, so that has kind of slowed the project down. But again, it's running a little behind schedule, so they're still working. If we have a revised estimate, I'll provide it to the town, but it does not appear they'll be done before Thanksgiving at this point.
That's really too bad.
Are they gonna
Okay.
start to run into winter?
At a certain point, they can't do it anymore when the temperature drops. So at a certain point, they'll have to stop. But they do believe that they'll finish before that date. I don't know the exact date, but they do believe they'll finish it.
Okay.
I'll point out another road construction project, not ours. This is DOT, this is on 134, that's been ongoing. So I think that project started last week, they did some prep work on 134. That's going from 9A to McDonald. So it comes through the town of Newcastle. They are up to the milling and paving stage. That is taking place overnight. Bless you. There are only single lane closures, they don't expect, because the work is going on at night, they don't expect heavy traffic delays, but that work is ongoing this week. And finally, I wanted to just give an update. We had significant damage on Route 120, I think it was last Thursday with the wind. Tree came down and I actually had a chance to visit the site, and it was an absolute wasteland. A very large tree came down across the wires. It pulled down 3 poles, several transformers, knocked out Altice, Verizon, and Con Edison. The good news is I think there were only 11 residents affected by the power outage, and they were restored within 24 hours, which is amazing. Unfortunately, it took about 4 days to reopen the road, and that was, they had to reinstall 3 new poles, they had to remove all those large chunks of trees, they had to rehang everything, and it was a process. They couldn't all be out there at the same time, so Verizon, Con Ed came first, and then Altice, and then Verizon. So one of the things that came out of that is we're sensing from the community, maybe some of the notifications and everybody wasn't receiving the notifications. So I just wanted to point out, and we're also reviewing internally how the notifications go out, but I wanted to point out there's a difference. There's 2 different notification services that you can sign up for, and they have to be independently by each resident. It can't be initiated by the town, it's something that you have to sign up for. But we have the Nixle alerts, and those come from the police department. Those are strictly initiated by the police department. They're not really community service type things. They're road closures, they're police emergencies, those types of things. On the other hand, we have e-alerts, which are they're initiated by administration, DPW, myself, the recreation department. They're more informational for the most part, having to do with events, having to do with delays in building openings, maybe construction projects. If there's a water main break on a certain road, we'll send an informational e-alert out. So if residents wanna make sure they're covered and receiving all of the messages, both of those can be accessed on our website. You can sign up for Nixle and e-alerts as well. So I would just recommend that to everybody. And what I'm also noticing too, and it's been suggested to me to go in and possibly check your settings there. You can, in e-alert, there's about 5 different ranges of alerts that you can request. If you don't have them all checked, you may be missing out on something. So I know sometimes it's duplicate information, you get too many alerts, I understand, but in order to be really truly informed, you should sign up and kind of leave your options open. So
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Rob, yeah. Maybe we could, write out a concise blurb on that so people can know that, and we put that in the newsletter so that people know how to go into their accounts or create an account, a real step-by-step.
yeah, I should have mentioned that I did include links with brief descriptions in last week's newsletter. So maybe we can look at a step-by-step if we need to do that.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought it was important to just give that distinction because people may have thought if they signed up for one that they're getting all the alerts and that's not necessarily the case. So last week when we noticed that maybe some people didn't receive them, we duplicated. We don't typically duplicate the messages, but we did this time just to make sure that was a major artery through town that was closed.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Okay, where are we now? We had our presentation earlier for people who did not tune in. Very sorry, but we were running late, so we had the recognition of Pocket Park volunteers during the work session. So you could see it on tape. Everyone was very happy. And so now we have reached the public comment period. Anyone with public comment is free to come in and please identify yourself and your place of residence. So seeing that there's no one in the audience, I'd like to know if there's anyone online for public comment.
No hands are raised online.
Seeing no hands raised online, we will close the public comment period. Okay, that brings us to our consent agenda. Let's see.
Do you want me to start?
Holly, do you wanna start?
Yeah. I move to adopt the items 1 through 11 as listed on the consent agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to retroactively approve the payment of claims in the amount of $611,863.62 listed on the summary AP check register and detail voucher detail report, both dated October 24th, 2025. Checks were printed and distributed to each claimant listed on Friday, October 24th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to retroactively approve the payment of claims in the amount of $373,865.34 listed on the summary AP check register and detail voucher detail report, both dated October 31st, 2025. Checks were printed and distributed to each claimant listed on Friday, October 31st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize the award of bid for the Route 120 pedestrian bridge replacement to McNamee Construction Corp. For the total base bid amount of $2,385,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize the reappointment of Tony Giardina as Chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals for a 5-year term effective January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2030.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Jenny, you wanna? Sure. I move to accept the resignation of Travis Bechtel as member of the Architectural Review Board effective October 19th, 2025. The town would like to thank Travis for his service.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to appoint Joseph D. Gorgio as a member of the Architectural Review Board for the vacated unexpired term effective October 2025 through May 31st, 2027.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to accept the resignation from Michelle Lee as member of the Conservation Board effective October 8th, 2025. The town thanks Michelle for her service.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize the hiring of the following individuals as recreation attendants within the Recreation and Parks Department at the corresponding rates as indicated below, effective December 1st, 2025. See names below.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I move to authorize the hiring of the following individuals as recreation attendants within the Recreation and Parks Department to serve as ski trip chaperones at the corresponding rates as indicated below, effective January 9th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any other resolutions that have come up? No? Okay. All right, everybody, thank you. And at this time, I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting, to adjourn the town board meeting. But we're not adjourning the overall meeting. The board will be going back into executive session.
For advice of council.
Thank you, Melina, for advice of counsel.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the town board meeting is adjourned and the board will return to executive session.